guys and girls, welcome to Zilla Cabs. This week's video, we've taken a classic speaker, a Celestion greenback, the H heritage speaker, and we've put it in a situation with a vintage Marshall. It's a 1978 JMP head, and what we've wanted to do is see how that works in the classic situation that you'd kind of expect it to do well in, and then pitch it against something quite different. And the first speaker that came to my mind was the EV,
right?
Because you've got high power, so 200 watts, big magnet, big frame, clean sounding speaker against a 30 watt in the greenback.
Yeah, so sort of opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but also I kind of wanted to fit this in with, I know, the kind of idea that I have that if you've got a great guitar player and good gear, then it's going to sound good, but it's going to sound a different kind of good. So
right, yeah. So what I've done here is set up a couple of different sounds on the JMP. Just gone for a clean sound, a rhythm sound, sort of dirty sound, and then a push sound as well, so boosted in front of the JMP. And I think that sort of gives a wide description of what the JMP sounds like, and
covers the basis as well.
Yeah.
You go in all the way across what the amp can do.
Yeah, and on one of the takes, I played it into the loop pedal as well as we've done in the past, so that I can just cut between the speakers. So you'll hear in a second just chopping between the speakers with the same performance.
I think it's nice. When we're planning these videos out, I like to have a little bit of that in, because quick changes, so your ear doesn't get too distracted. You can just keep hearing chopping between them, but also I like the vibe of a jam. Yeah, right. So we get that in there.
Yeah, I think it's hard sometimes to recall like how something compares to something else after you've heard something else in between. So to get onto that point, what did I think about the way they sounded? Well, I don't think there's any sort of bad sounds here from anything. The H Heritage Greenback is one of my favourite speakers, and for the sort of classic overdriven Marshall sound, it does that really well. Yeah. I didn't think this speaker was going to break up in the way that it did. It wasn't ridiculously loud in here, but I think it is noticeably a little bit more sort of hairy on the driven sound with the greenback compared to the EV.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's just an EQ thing. Maybe it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more upper mids coming through with it or something like that, but it gives the impression that it's a little bit more gain on the amp.
Okay, cool. Which is kind of maybe what you'd expect with the lower power stuff, although you did say you weren't playing that loud.
But having said that, with sort of the boosted sounds, like the highest gain here, I think I preferred the EV. It's got I don't know, just a little bit more of an open sound to it, as you might expect with a higher powered speaker. Yeah.
See, I really like both speakers. My go-to speaker is the vintage sort of late 70s H. I really like the 55 hertz bass resonance, which is what we use in this one, isn't it?
Yeah, I prefer the 75 usually, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I kind of chop and change, I think. But I play these amps and that speaker, and I love that sound. But I've always loved EVs. I kind of just find them fun. Yeah. Like, it's different from what I want. Right. But it sounds so kind of fun that I kind of like playing it.
It's an interesting one, EVs, isn't it? Because they're a great sounding speaker. And they've been around a long time, haven't they? Yeah. When did those sort of start coming out? The 12L must be like 70s, I guess, was it?
I guess so. I don't actually know.
But you don't see them as often as we see Celestions. I guess maybe that's a UK thing. But
I mean, the trouble is they're so heavy.
Yeah,
and they're expensive.
They're heavy and expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, we've got 3 of them here. So that kind of rules out a 4x12, but I don't know if we ever put them in a 2x12. We have for customers, not for ourselves.
No. You don't even want to lift that though, really.
No, you don't. I mean, the cab comes in at like a Fatbaby would come in at about 36 kilos, I think, with those. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm not scared of lifting the weight, but that thing's just going to do your back Right, one thing I wanted to say in this video was a big thank you to you guys. We've just gone over 2,000 subscribers, which is really cool for us because it's less than a year ago when we started this, and I think we started from about 300 or 400. So it was nice to hit that milestone. Yeah. But if you haven't subscribed, don't forget, hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell so you hear when our new videos come out.
Cool. So you've heard what I thought about these speakers a little bit there, but as usual, it's way more interesting in what you think about it. So have a listen to the clips coming up and let us know in the comments below what you think of these speakers.
Bye.